Hello everyone and welcome back to the new session. Myself, Dr. Narkade Gopal Vasudev, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, School of Agriculture, SR University, Warangal. So, the topic of today's session is seed certification. So first, we will see the introduction. So, what is meant by seed? So, seed is the basic agricultural input and it is an embryo embedded in the food storage tissue. So, seed is the basic agricultural input. It is an embryo embedded in food storage tissue. So, seed is also defined as the matured ovule, which consists of an embryonic plant with storage of food and surrounded by the protective seed coat. That is called as seed. So this seed plays an important role in any technology embedding, and we have to produce pure quality resistant healthy seeds for production of healthy food to satisfy our needs. So seed is the genetic vehicle of genetic innovation. Seed is the genetic vehicle of genetic innovation. Now, in broad sense, if we will see what is seed, so seed is the material which is used for planting or regeneration purpose. So, if we will think scientifically, so scientifically, seed is the fertilized mature ovule together covered with seed coat. That is called as seed, or it is a propagating material. So, as far as technological point of view is concerned, seed is fertilized ripened ovule consisting of three main parts, namely seed coat, endosperm, and embryo, which is in due course gives rise to new plant. So, technologically or scientifically, you can say seed is the fertilized ripened ovule consisting of three main parts. First, seed coat, second, endosperm, and third, embryo, which in due course gives rise to new plant. It also refers to the propagating material of healthy seedlings. It also refers to the propagating materials of healthy seedlings, tuber, bulbs, rhizome, roots, cuttings, sets, all type of crops and vegetatively propagating material used for the production purpose. Right. So this is how the seed, this is what the seed is. So now we will see the difference between seed and grain. So as far as seed is concerned, production follow a well-designed seed program. No design seed program for production of grain is done. So in case of seed, varietal purity of seed is identified and it should be genetically pure. Varietal purity of the grain is not known. So during seed production process, quality standards like removal of off types, disease plants, weed plants and other crop plants are carried out. So quality standards are not followed in grain. So seeds have physical purity and good germination. So physical purity and germination is not ensured in case of grains. Scientific seed production follow the processing, treatment, packaging and labeling procedures. So the processing, labeling and tagging are not followed in grain production. So drying of seed is done in controlled condition. The grains are dried in higher temperature and thus the quality of seeds are affected. So during the seed storage, viability and vigor of seeds are maintained. So during the storage, grains are protected against pests and diseases and not for vigor and viability. The seeds produced are certified and labeled properly. The grains which are used as the seeds will not have any certification label syntax. Seeds can never be converted into grain unless it is directed by the seed inspector. You cannot convert the seed into grain unless it is directed by the inspector. Grains can be utilized for commercial purpose and sometimes can be utilized for seed purpose also. So these are the some differences between seeds and grains, right? Then now we'll move towards seed production. So before entering into the seed production and marketing, as a seed producer must go through the principles laid down. So what are those? First, Seed Act in the year 1966. Then Seeds Rules 1968. Seed Control Order in the year 1983. Then Indian Minimum Seed Certification Standard, originally in 1988 and revised in 2013. So these are the some basic things you should know as a producer. Now, next concept, that is seed village. So what is meant by seed village? It is a village where trained group of farmers are involved in the production of seeds of various crops. So it is a village wherein trained group of farmers are involved in the production of seeds of various crops and cater to the needs of themselves, fellow farmers of the village and farmers of neighboring villages in the appropriate time at the affordable cost. That is called a seed village. That means a trained group of farmers, those are involved in the production of seeds of various crops to fulfill the needs of themselves, fellow farmers of village and farmers of neighboring village at appropriate time with affordable cost. So that concept is called as seed village. Okay. Then now our main title. What is seed certification? So the seed certification, it is a legally sanctioned system. So seed certification is legally sanctioned system to maintain the quality of seeds during seed production, post-harvest operation, and distribution of seeds. So seed certification is legally sanctioned system to maintain the quality of seeds during seed production, post-harvest operation, and distribution of seeds. So the seed certification is the quality assurance process. Seeds intended for domestic and international markets is controlled and inspected by official sources in order to guarantee consistent high quality for consumers. It includes field inspection, seed quality test, and pre and post quality check. The certification is the voluntary process, but labeling is compulsory. Now, we'll see what is the concept of seed certification. The concept of seed certification was originated in Sweden during 20th century by visiting agronomist and plant breeder to the progressive farmer who took seeds from them primarily with the objective of educating them on how to avoid the contamination. So this initiated the field inspection process. So, in India, the field evaluation of the seed crop and its certification started with the establishment of the National Seed Corporation (NSC) in the year 1963. The Seed Act of 1966 provided the required impetus for the establishment of official seed certification agencies by the respective state. Maharashtra was the first state to establish the official seed certification agencies during 1970 as a part of agricultural department. So, in India, the first evaluation of seed crop and certification was started with the establishment of NSC, that is National Seed Corporation. Maharashtra was the first state to establish an official seed certification agencies during 1970 as a part of agricultural department. What are the principles for forming seed certification agencies? So now we are seeing what is seed certification. We have seen the concept of seed certification. Now we'll see what are those principles required for forming the seed certification agency. So it should not involve in seed production and marketing. It should have autonomy. So it should have autonomous body. So the seed certification procedure adopted should be uniform throughout the country. It should closely be associated with technical institutes. It should operate on a no profit, no loss basis. It should have adequate technical staff and facilitates for timely inspection of seed fields. Then it should serve for interest of seed producers and buyers. So the seed certification agency should be autonomous, should operate on no profit, no loss basis. Then it should have adequate technical staff and facilitates for timely inspection of seed fields. So these are some important principles for formation of seed certification agencies. What are the objectives of seed certification? First, to maintain and make available to the farmers high quality seeds and propagating materials of notified kind and varieties. Second, to ensure the acceptable standards of seed viability, vigor, purity, and seed health. To ensure genetic identity and genetic purity. A well organized seed certification should help in accomplishing the following three primary objectives. So, first, the systematic increase of superior varieties. Second, the identification of new varieties and their rapid increase under appropriate and generally accepted names. Third, provision for continuous supply of comparable material by careful maintenance. Right. Then we'll see what is meant by seed quality. Okay. So now here we are seeing the seed quality means what? So seed quality is a relative term and means the degree of excellence. So the seed quality is the sum of all properties contributing to the performance of seed. The quality of seed can be decided whether a farmer's crop will be good, bad or indifferent. The seed quality is determined by following characters. So what are those characters? First, physical attributes, then physiological attributes, then genetic attributes, and at last storability. So physical characteristics, physiological characteristics, genetic characteristics, and storability of that particular seed material. So all these things will determine the quality of seed. Here, now we'll see what are the different classes of seed. So mainly there are four classes: nucleus seed, breeder seed, foundation seed, and certified seed. So nucleus seed means basic source of seed, having 100% genetic purity. No need of any certification. Okay. Then second, breeder seed. And it is again 100% genetic purity with golden yellow tag, certification tag golden yellow. Then third category, foundation seed, almost 100% pure and certification tag is white. Then the last, certified seed, again it is 100% pure, 99 to 100% and certification tag is blue. So these are the main classes of seed, that is nucleus, from nucleus, breeder, from breeder, foundation, and from foundation, certified. So see this golden yellow, it is a breeded seed tag where you will then So this is foundation seed tag, class of seed foundation. Then this is class of seed certified. So these are the labels for breeder seed, foundation seed and certified seed. So here if you will see, each and every detail is there. That is crop, variety, lot number, date of testing, germination percentage, genetic purity, everything is there. So each and every information will be there on the label. What is the generation? So see here, the generation system of seed multiplication. So basically, from breeder to foundation, foundation to certified, and certified to commercial cultivation. Right. So now we'll see in detail first nucleus seed, the basic source of seed of particular variety. Right. From nucleus, then next class, breeder seed production. So after that, two stages of foundation seed production. And lastly, two stages of certified seed production. So that's how you need to go for seed multiplication. So nucleus seed, then breeder seed, foundation stage S1, foundation seed stage S2, then certified seed S1, and last certified seed S2. So this is how the system of seed multiplication. Then eligibility requirements for certification. A variety to become eligible for seed certification should meet the following requirements: general requirement, specific requirement, field standard, and seed standard. As per the Seed Act 1966, so seed certification is voluntary. The seeds of only those varieties which are notified under Section 5 of Seed Act of 1966 shall be eligible for certification. Breeder seed is exempted from certification. Foundation and certified seeds only comes under certification. The certification shall be conducted by the certification agency notified under Section 8 of Seed Act 1966. A certificate is granted by the seed certification agency under Section 9. So this certified seed producer means a person or organization who grows or distributes the certified seed in accordance with the procedures and standards of certification. Next topic, unit of certification. So it is all under one variety. It does not exist the 10 hectare. It is not divided into fields separated by more than 50 meters between them. It is meant to produce seeds belonging to the same class and stage in the generation chain. The crop over the entire area is more or less of the same stage. Whatever the crop will be there in the entire area, it should be at the same stage of growth. So the crop raised strictly as a single crop and never as a mix. Not so heavily and uniformly large that more than one-third of the plant population is trained on the ground, leaving no scope for it to stand up. So it should not be large. Whatever the crop is there, it should not be large. So you need to maintain properly. Right. What are the phases of seed certification? So in phases of seed certification, first receipt and scrutiny of application for seed production. Then verification of seed source and registration of sowing report. Then most important, it is field inspection. Then seed processing and packaging supervision. Then seed sampling and analysis at the lab. Then grant of certificate and tagging and sealing. These are the phases of seed certification. Field area for certification. There is no minimum or maximum limit for the area offered by a person for certification, provided the certified seed production meets the all prescribed requirements. So there is no limit for the area. Then use of chemically hybridizing agents, CHA. So in case of hybrid seed production, the seed producer can use the proper chemical hybridizing agents on seed parent in order to induce the male sterility. Consequently, the minimum seed certification standard specified for production of A and B lines are not applicable for the relevant hybrid. The hybrid seed produced through the application of CHS shall be compulsorily subjected to grow out test as a prerequisite for a grant of certificate. Now, the next point, that is field inspection. The field inspection work which requires technically trained personnel shall be performed by the persons who have been so authorized by the certification agency. The field inspection mean to verify those factors which can cause the irreversible damage to genetic purity or seed health shall be conducted without prior notice to the seed producer. Soon after the completion of field inspection, a copy of the report shall be handed over to the seed producer or his representative. Then re-inspection. The seed fields not conforming to prescribed standards for certification at any inspection stage, the certification agency shall, upon the request of seed producer, after he removes the sources of contamination in seed field with the prescribed isolation distance, the contaminated plant in the seed fields, if so, perform one or more re-inspection provided such removal can ensure the conformity of seed crop to the prescribed standards and provided further that no irreversible damage has been caused to the quality of seed by the contaminants. The certification agency may at its discretion also perform one or more field inspections over and above the minimum number of inspection prescribed if considered necessary. Then next point, that is harvesting, threshing and transportation. So the seed crop meeting the field standards for certification shall be harvested, threshed and transported to the seed processing plant in accordance with the guidelines issued by the certification agency. So during this operation, seed producer will take all precautions to safeguard the seed from admixture and other causes of seed deterioration. What is bulking? Next point, bulking. So the bulking of unprocessed seed stock to obtain larger homogeneous seed stock may be permitted by certification agency provided the stock to be bulk meet the following requirement. So it should belong to same certified seed producer. It should belong to the same crop, variety, class of seed and stage in the generation chain. Were produced in the same season and under same agroclimatic condition. Then it should subjected to certification by same certification agency. It should have more or less similar physical appearance and level of moisture. They are adequately homogeneous in they should have adequately homogeneous in composition. So these are some criteria before bulking. Then seed processing and packing schedule. So this certification agency shall prepare and communicate the seed processing and packing schedule to all the certified seed producers soon after the certification of seed crop at field stage. The seed producers shall adhere to schedule specified by the certification agency. However, rescheduling may be accepted by certification agency on the request of seed producer on genuine background. What is seed lot? A seed lot is a physical identifiable quantity of seed which is homogeneous. So seed lot is the physically identifiable quantity of seed which is homogeneous. Then lot size. A seed lot would represent any quantity of agricultural seeds up to maximum of 20,000 kg for seed of the size of rice or larger and 10,000 kg for a seed smaller than rice subject to tolerance limit of 5%. The quantities in excess of the above minimum limit shall be subdivided on a separate lot identification shall be given. So if the quantity in excess you can give the separate lot identification number. Construction of seed lot number. So each seed lot shall be assigned a specific number in order to facilitate maintaining its identity, tracing back to its origin, handling in stores, transit, etc. So you should construct or you should uh, give some seed lot number, accounting and inventory maintenance and referring communicating about a certain quantity of seed. Next, seed processing. The seed processing means cleaning, drying, treating, grading and other operations which will improve the quantity of seeds. The seeds from fields which conform to the standards of certification at field stage. As soon as possible after the harvest will be brought at processing plant for processing so that typical contaminants such as feed seed, small seed, damaged seed, broken and shriveled seed, straw, chaff, leaves, twigs, stones, soil particles are removed. However, the certification agency is authorized to deviate under exigencies to use the screen of small aperture size than specified. In such cases, the certification agency shall record the reasons for reduction in the aperture size of the screen. Processed seed shall not have seed of this size lower than the bottom screen, used beyond 5% by weight. Then next, seed treatment. When a variety, seed of which is under certification is susceptible to seed-borne disease, or when seed under certification is carrying a seed-borne pathogen, and seed treatment is available which may control that particular disease of pathogen when properly applied. The seed certification agency may require such seed to undergo the treatment before certification. So in case seed is required to be treated before sowing by the producer, the chemical calculated and the recommended dose shall be kept in plastic packet and placed inside the seed container with complete direction and precautions required for treating of the seed. The information about the treatment shall also be displayed on the seed container. If the seeds have been treated, the following instructions shall also be compiled with a statement indicating that the seed has been treated, the commonly accepted chemical name of the applied substance, and if the substance of the chemical used for the treatment and present within the seed is harmful to human beings or other vertebrate animals, the caution treatment such as do not use for food, feed, oil purpose. The caution for mercurial cell similarly toxic substance shall be the word like poison, which shall be in type prominently displayed on the label in red. So this type of warnings should be there. Then next, samples and sampling of seed. Soon after the completion of seed processing or after seed treatment, as the case may be, the certification agency shall draw a representative composite sample as per the procedure specified in seed testing manual. The quantity of seed samples so drawn shall be sufficient to provide 3 samples of the size of submitted samples. The composite sample will be divided into 3 equal parts and one shall be sent for analysis to a notified seed testing laboratory. The second part to the seed producer. Producer retain the third part as a guard sample. Seed analysis report. The seed testing laboratory shall analyze the seed samples in accordance with the prescribed procedure and deliver the seed analysis report to the certification agency as soon as may be, but not later than 30 days from the date of receipt of sample, unless the seed is subjected to such test which require more than 30 days for completion of the test. Seed standards of genetic purity. All the certified seed lots shall conform to the following minimum standards for genetic purity unless otherwise prescribed. For a foundation seed, 99%, certified varieties, composite, synthetics, multiline, 98%, and hybrids, 95%. So these are the minimum standard for genetic purity. Then grow out test. The certification agency shall conduct the grow out test to determine genetic purity of seed lot wherever it is prerequisite for grant of this certificate. And also on the seed lots where a doubt has arisen about the genetic purity. The grow out test can be complemented by certain related laboratory tests. Recleaning, resampling and retesting. So when the seed lot does not meet the prescribed seed standards, the certification agency on the request of seed producer may permit recleaning, resampling, retesting. The recleaning, sampling, retesting shall be permitted only once. Seed standards for insect damage. A seed lot under certification shall not have apparent or visible evidence of damage by insects for both foundation and certified seed classes in excess of 1% for the seeds of maize and legumes and 5.5% for the seeds other than this unless otherwise prescribed. Seed moisture content. The seed standard in respect to the seed moisture shall be met at the time of packing of seed. Downgrading of seed classes. If the seed field or a seed lot is not found meeting the prescribed standards for the class for which it has been registered but conforms to the prescribed standard to the immediate lower class, the certification agency may accept such seed field seed lot for certification to the immediate lower class, provided the request has been made to this effect by the seed producer. However, downgrading of the seed class shall not be applicable in case of hybrid seed and their parents. So now at last we will see the do's and don'ts in quality seed production. First we will see the do's. The seed producer or seed grower or his representative should accompany the certification personnel and team. Isolation distance for varieties and a different crop should be maintained properly. Timely roguing of off types should be done. Recycling, reuse of old and damaged gunny bags for packing of unprocessed seed is strictly prohibited. The seeds having poor color, luster and texture should be avoided for processing. The processing schedule and sampling requisition should be submitted well in advance. The name of the variety as per the notification and release should be inscribed on the breeder label and certification tag, which facilitates the online registration and acceptance. All the procedures in seed certification are to be strictly followed and adhered to as per the rules laid down by minimum seed certification standard prescribed by Central Seed Certification Board 1988 Government of India, New Delhi. The seed lots are to be stored in proper ideal storing condition to maintain the seed vigor and viability. The moisture content of unprocessed seed stocks received at the is to be ensured and recorded in the logbook by person receiving the stock. Seed containers bags should be clearly and properly labeled. Wooden racks iron racks or pallets should be used for staking of processed seed lot to avoid the moisture absorption during storage. The staking of processed seed lots should be such that each and every bag is accessible for accurate sampling. Then each seed lot should contain maximum up to 12 stakes. For example, 30 kg per container per pack and 15 stakes for 20 kg container per pack for better accessibility of the entire lots. Each seed processing plant should have proper size of sieves, top screen and bottom screen, for different crops to maintain the optimum physical purity of seed lot. The processed stocks should not be shifted, distributed. Processed stocks should not be shifted, disturbed, diverted from the place where sample has been drawn till the issue of tag certificate and tagging. Now, what are the don'ts? So, taking up seed production in field where other varieties of same crop or same variety not certified by SCA was grown in previous season. Use of unnotified varieties, uncertified seed are certified seeds not permitted for further seed production under seed multiplication program. The processing seed if the moisture content is more than 15%, as this may lead to the mechanical injury to the seed. Keeping the seed in an open space after processing, as this may come in direct contact with moisture and heat, leading to loss of viability. Mixing seed bags of different lots. This may lead to confusion and ultimately non-issue of tax. Mixing the seeds of rejected field of one crop variety with certified seed of the same. In case it is mixed, the entire lot will be treated as uncertified. Divert or sale of certified seed without certification tag and seal of the certification agency. Then, inadequate isolation distance between different varieties of same crop. Late submission of application where the stage of seed crop has crossed the first inspection stage. Throw away the certification tag used in seed bag. This may be required by the seed certification personnel at the time of verification. Waiting till the maturity of types for roguing. So you need to do roguing at the proper time. No need to wait. Harvesting and dumping the crop at higher moisture percentage. This may lead to failure of germination. Keeping different varieties of crop after harvest in the threshing floor close to each other may lead to mechanical mixture. Threshing more than You should avoid threshing more than one variety at one time. So these are the do's and don'ts in quality seed production. So this is everything about what is seed certification. Hope you will get the valuable information from this. So yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.